Toto Wolff is delaying George Russell's contract extension because he wants to replace George with Valtteri Bottas. Now, before you guys think that I have lost my mind and start calling me all sorts of names in the comment section, delusional being one of them, let me land. I'm gonna give you my explanation, then I will present you with some anecdotal evidence to prove that this is the case. And even if Toto Wolff does extend Russell's contract, it's not going to be for more than 1 year. Russell is not getting a multi-year contract to drive the Mercedes. And the reason is right here. Because on the right, you see Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He's the prodigy, the next Max Verstappen of the sport, or the Lewis Hamilton of Mercedes. So far, Kimi has lived up to the hype. His sprint pole in Miami, and then recently he got a podium in the Canadian Grand Prix after having a difficult triple header. It's commendable. Toto wants Kimi Antonelli to become the face of Mercedes and continually win multiple races and championships. On the left hand side, we have George Russell. And George Russell is amazing too. He is very consistent, brings out the maximum performance of the car, and in the Destructors Championship, George Russell is last, which means he has incurred $0 of damage to Mercedes by crashing into other people. There's not really much you can criticize George Russell about. However, in a matter of time, Kimi Antonelli, because he is a natural talent, he is going to be on the level of George Russell. And this is a good news if you are a midfield team. If you are a midfield team and you have two championship winning drivers, both of whom are always maximizing the potential of the car and capitalizing on whatever opportunities come up, it's great for the team. But all of that goes out of the window if the team is fighting for championships. If two drivers are fighting tooth and nail for the world championship and they're belonging to the same team, it's gonna break the team apart. Toto Wolff knows this from first-hand experience. A championship rivalry so intense that it brought out the worst of both drivers. A championship rivalry so intense that it broke the team in half. And the last thing Toto Wolff wants is the same situation again. Now, George Russell, being the dumb, gullible motherfucker that he is, he believes that there is no reason why Mercedes should go anywhere else because he has been performing well and Kimi is on a good trajectory. And he is talking here below. Especially Kimi and I being teammates now, we are getting a result like today. He is talking about the 1 and 3 that Mercedes has scored in Canada. Both junior drivers from Mercedes, we are both doing the job in terms of performance. Why would you want to change something that's working? This dumb motherfucker is forgetting that when something works too well, it's a problem. And all of it is clearly visible in Toto Wolff's reactions to George Russell's performance in the Canadian Grand Prix weekend. Right? This is the evidence that I have been talking about. When Nico Rosberg, after the qualifying session, asked why you haven't renewed the contract of George Russell, he replied this: "We know what he is capable of doing. He has been leading this team now since a while. He has the pace and the right attitude. He's been a Mercedes junior driver for a long time, blah, blah, blah." Instead of giving a clear answer such as yes, we are going to sign him for the next year, or no, we are not going to sign him for the next year, or yes, we are still considering our options, instead of giving any of the straightforward answers, he just said a bunch of bullshit. You can go and rewatch the interview. It's boring, it's bland, and he was also not that impressed after George Russell put it on pole. The camera immediately cuts to him and, he has just like a very cold reaction onto his face. After the race, after George Russell won the race, the Canadian Grand Prix, on the radio, he is like, "Great job, good day, good day." And that's all Toto Wolff has to say to George Russell. On radio for Kimi Antonelli, obviously it's Kimi's special day because it's his first podium. Toto Wolff was extremely happy. He was talking like, "Grande Kimi, little Kimi becomes Grande Kimi." It's a little bit cringe how he says it, but you can definitely see, or hear rather, the difference in enthusiasm when Toto Wolff was congratulating George Russell and congratulating Kimi Antonelli. That's the only reason why Toto Wolff is delaying George Russell's contract negotiations because he wants to see how quickly Antonelli can improve. If he improves very quickly, then there is no point in having two championship winning drivers if you are going to have a championship winning car in 2026. Now obviously there is no way to know whether the Mercedes car is going to be a championship winning dominant car in 2026, but it seems like they would because they have the technical development advantage. We will see how that pans out, but again, there is definitely good reason for Toto Wolff to not sign George Russell and go with Valtteri Bottas instead. He is easygoing, he is cool, he has been in that situation, he has been the good team player, especially with Lewis Hamilton's title challenges. He's not as good as Lewis Hamilton, and he is efficient in scoring decent points race after race in order to help secure the Constructors' Championship. So Valtteri Bottas, if Kimi Antonelli grows up to become like the next Lewis Hamilton of the sport, or the next Max Verstappen of the sport, or even Charles Leclerc of the sport, then it's very good to have Valtteri in the second car and the second seat. He can definitely help the team grow. He can guide Kimi Antonelli wherever necessary, and he can be the team player that Toto Wolff desperately needs, especially for hard title fights. He doesn't want another of this. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.